Good morning and welcome to P&B Sports Show. I'm Alka Tom, and today we are dedicating our entire segment to the recently concluded 2025 CAF Award, a night that produced some big news, big winners, and of course, big debate. Here to unpack all of it with me is our sharp analyst, Ero John. Good to have you, Ero.
Good morning, Tom. It's a pleasure to be with you once again.
Good morning. Okay, so let's just go right into it. Let's start with the headline grabber. Achraf Hakimi has been named Africa's Player of the Year. What does this say about the player Achraf is, and what does this say about African football? Noting that he's the first defender in 52 years to win this award.
Okay. First off, I would like to say congratulations to Hakimi. That was the well-deserved award. We'll be telling ourselves lies if we say Hakimi does not deserve that award. I mean, the last football calendar year was a great one for him, going on to win the treble with PSG, and that includes the Champions League. I think the only trophy they didn't win was the Club World Cup, and they even went on to play in the final. So it's a great one for him. I congratulate him. After winning the treble with PSG, Hakimi was very vital and pivotal in PSG triumph last season. He was a very spectacular player. He has always been a very spectacular player. As a matter of fact, he is arguably one of the best right backs in the world. If we are to call the top 5 best fullbacks in the world, I think Hakimi's name will be in the top 5. So it's a good one for him. It was a good run. And congratulations also to the likes of Victor Osimhen, who got the top 3 nomination. Mohamed Salah. I mean, if anybody was come close to that award, it should have been Mohamed Salah. Yesterday when Hakimi won the award, I was seeing some comments on the internet, especially Twitter. Some people, especially Liverpool fans, were agitated that Salah was to win the award. And I told somebody that personally, I would have given Hakimi that award. I mean, for a defender to be top notch, like you have just rightly said, he's the first defender in 52 years. That's a testament. That's a statement win. For a defender to be in the topic, for a defender to be in the headlines, to be in the top 3, it says a whole lot.
Well, but don't you think that Ero, sorry to cut you short there. Don't you think that if Hakimi had not won if they had not won the Champions League, he would not have won this award, first of all? And yes, we won't be talking about Hakimi at the moment. And if you also look at it, if you look at where he was placed for the Ballon d'Or, you will obviously expect that he's going to win this award. But when it comes to Premier League, when it comes to Liverpool fans, they are going to come out and they will say yes, they are going to be sentimental about it. But also, I feel if Mohamed Salah, and some people also think that if they had won the Champions League, that he would have picked up this award. Do you agree with that analysis?
Okay, the truth is this, Tom. Thank God you are also a football fan and a football lover. You see, competitions like the UEFA Champions League, competitions like the FIFA World Cup, they play a very key role in player awards every year that they hold. Now, when a player excels in the Champions League and his team goes on to win that competition, if that player is nominated for any award, he has a very high possibility of winning it.
Yes.
Okay. Same goes for the FIFA World Cup. Now, yes, if Mohamed Salah had won Champions League, he would have been the strongest contender. I mean, he would have been the favorite. The reason being that him winning the Champions League, winning the Premier League, and not just winning the Premier League, he came out as the top scorer, if I'm not mistaken, in the Premier League. That would have given him an edge. But then there is an Hakimi who won the Champions League, did not just win the Champions League, I repeat, played a very vital role in PSG clinching the Champions League trophy, won the domestic league, the League One, won the French Cup. played in the final of the Club World Cup. I mean, you can't take that away from him. You can't take such an award away from a player like that and give it to a Mohamed Salah who just won the Premier League.
And also take note, they also won the League One, Coupe de France, and I think the Super Cup.
Exactly. That's why I said they won treble.
Yes.
With PSG, including the Champions League. So you can't take such. And you know the difference there is this. The difference there is this. Hakimi did not just win these titles. Hakimi played a vital role in PSG winning this title. There are two different things. There was a time where we have seen players that have won titles, but the truth is that they did not contribute so much to their teams winning that title. Some of them, as a matter of fact, they did not even play a couple of matches. Hakimi played a very significant role in all of these trophies that I have just mentioned. So you can't take, I think Hakimi even scored in the championship final. So you can't take, I can't really remember the bureau.
He did.
You can't take such an award. You see, you can't take such an award away from such a player. And your preference is, I'm not trying to discredit Mohamed Salah. I'm just telling you that in the rankings, Hakimi is worth the title by every bit.
Okay.
By every story.
Errol.
Now, if we even bring it down to his national team, Morocco is doing so well. I can hear you.
Errol, let's bring this back home. Victor Osimhen. What were his chances?
The truth is this. I knew that Victor Osimhen was not going to win the title. As a matter of fact, when I saw the top team, my rankings were Hakimi 1, Mohamed Salah 2, Victor Osimhen 3. The reason is very, very simple. It is visible to the blind.
And audible to the deaf.
Exceptional last season, very audible to the deaf. I mean, the statistics were there for everybody to see. Was Osimhen brilliant last season? Yes. Did he do so well? Yes. Did he win a trophy? Yes. He won the Turkish League with Galatasaray, even while on loan. Was it enough to win the CAF Player of the Year? Yes. But the other two contenders have a better credential. They had a better portfolio than him. The year Victor Osimhen won the title, he had the best portfolio. Now, are you going to say that we should give the CAF Men's Player of the Year to somebody that won the Turkish League and was the highest goal scorer in the Turkish League, to a player that won the treble? He won the domestic league, he won the Europe Trophy, the Champions League, he won the Super Cup, he won the French Cup, and then he went on to play in the final of the Club World Cup. That would be daylight robbery.
And take note, he was very instrumental.
He was very, very instrumental. I mean, for a defender to be in the top 3 best players of a football club, that should tell you a lot.
Okay.
That alone should tell you a lot.
Okay, so now let's.
Victor Osimhen had no chances of winning that award. The best was what he got, a top 3 nomination.
Okay, and fantastic. Congratulations to Victor Osimhen as well for getting a top 3 nomination. So moving forward, we saw that the Women African Player of the Year was Giselle Chebak, who plays for Morocco, for the Moroccan national team, and she had a strong case as well to win this, and against some other people as well, because she had the highest she was the highest goal scorer at the AFCON. But what do you think about Giselle Chebak and her achievements? Do you think she deserves it? Because some people were saying that she didn't deserve it, that there were some Nigerian female players that should have made it to the top 3, but because they wanted her to take it, they didn't bring some of our players down to the top 3. What is your take on that?
I personally think, I'm not being sentimental here, I'm going to be very sincere. I personally think that Giselle Chebak did not deserve the CAF Women's Player of the Year award. And my reason is simple. The same reason why I think Hakimi deserved it. Now, there are criteria for judging the best players. There's individual performance,
yes,
there's team success, and a whole lot of criteria. Tabak was exceptional last season. I watched a few of her games, very few. She's a good player. But if I were to be the one, I would not give her that award over the likes of Esther Okoronkwo. Because Esther Okoronkwo was exceptional for both club and country. I mean, this is a player that won 2 trophies last season. And then you are giving a player that has 0 trophies. Now, mind you, like I said for Hakimi, Esther Okoronkwo did not just win 2 trophies. She was very instrumental. As a matter of fact, very, very instrumental in the Super Falcons winning the women AFCONs. Ordinarily, one would say that the women AFCON should have played a pivotal role in deciding who the best women's player for Africa should be. Ordinarily. Now, if you bring that into the equation and you bring their club performances, I don't think Shepard could take that award over Esther Okoronkwo.
She had 14 goals in 31 matches. She had 15 assists in 31 matches. To tell you the caliber of player that she is.
What else do you expect from her? If you listen carefully, I have not mentioned Ajibade. The reason I didn't mention Ajibade is because personally, I don't even think Ajibade deserves this trophy. Because Ajibade only excelled very well in the women AFCON. She didn't, in her club side, she was good, but wasn't compared to Esther Okoronkwo's performances. So I personally would have picked Esther Okoronkwo, judging by statistics and what she achieved last season over Tabak. Now, like I said, and I repeat, I was of the opinion, or I thought that the women's AFCON will be a very pivotal tournament to decide who the women's player of the year should be. But congratulations to Trebak and congratulations to Morocco. They seem to have what's it called? And one of my friends said yesterday that he believes that CAF did all these things because Morocco will be hosting AFCON next month. So
and some people were like, I think most of the awards went to Morocco as well. So everybody is like, what is happening? Do you think that CAF, they are being sentimental about these awards? Do you think that most of these people that have won, most of these players that have won this award, do you think that they actually deserve it?
The truth remains, Tom, that you cannot take away the fact that Morocco they have been exceptional recently. You can't take that away from them. The Moroccan national team have been exceptional. They've been doing so well. They've been fantabulous.
Okay, but when it comes to a player like Rasheedat Ajibade, you've said that you do not want to mention her, but I'm going to mention her. I want to bring her topic up. The internet went ablaze yesterday. The people were like, okay, you didn't give it to Rasheedat Ajibade. She didn't come out in top 3. But we had Esther Okoronkwo, a player that we expected that was going to take this home since Rasheedat didn't take it home. And what do you think? Don't you think that there was a strong case for Rasheedat Ajibade, despite you already saying that you do not want to mention her?
Okay, first off, let me quickly correct something. Ajibade was in the top 3. I think it is Esther that did not make the top 3.
Okay.
Esther Okoronkwo didn't make the top 3. Rasheedat made the top 3. Rasheedat has a strong case. A very strong case at that. The reason why I said I was not going to mention her was this. If Esther Okoronkwo, who was even more deserving, did not make the top 3, what then was our case for Rasheedat? I don't think you get my point.
Yes.
We see that who we think are favorites, good judging by statistics and trophies, did not even get to the top 3. Why do we now think that Rasheedat, who excelled in the WAFCON, would be the winner of such a trophy? So it was sincerely heartbreaking for me and for other Nigerians. It was a case of It was a total heartbreak. It was really a total heartbreak. It was not.
Okay.
It was. I wasn't expecting that especially. I
Okay.
wasn't expecting Sheba to come out top for the women at all, for the women's top player of the year at all.
Okay. Now moving forward, we are still on the women's case, and they keep making us proud. So we had Chiamaka Nnadozie win the hat trick award. She won it for the third consecutive time, if I'm correct, and she has been fantastic. It's like the award has suddenly become her birthright. It's like once you want to announce the hat trick award, you expect her to be there. You expect her to be the winner. What do you think about Chiamaka Nnadozie for winning this for the third time, and how important is her consistency for the Nigerian women's football on the international stage?
Okay, first of all, let me quickly say this. When the nominations came out, my friend told me that Nnadozie was not going to win the award. Do you know what I told him? Let me tell you what I told him. I said, and I quote, a player that won the second best goalkeeper in the Ballon d'Or in the world. He won the second, she was number 2 in the female category for the best goalkeeper of the year in the Ballon d'Or. If you say that such a player cannot be best female goalkeeper in Africa, I told him, I said, the day she will win that award, I will come and arrest him.
I hope you've arrested him.
When she won the award last time, I called him immediately. I said, prepare for me tomorrow. I will be at your house with some punishment. Now, what this means for her and Nigeria is that consistency pays. I'm just going to tell you that. It is more than, sometimes you have to do more than talent. Consistency pays. That is the statement's record. Having won the best female goalkeeper in Africa back to back 3 times, a hat trick of it. It shows that she has, like you rightly said, she has turned that award to a birthright. And mind you, believe me, if she continues in this pace and consistency, she will win it a 4th and 5th time. And there's nothing anybody can do about this. What does this mean for the Nigerian team? It is a moral booster. It gives a certain level of pedigree. It gives a certain level of courage. It gives a certain level of charisma to the team. That yes, on the stage, we have the best female goalkeeper in Africa who has won the award 3 times in a row. As a matter of fact, even in her club side, there is a certain level of regard and honor that will come to her. And so I'm very happy for her. I was so pained that she could not win the Ballon d'Or best female goalkeeper. I sincerely was so pained. I really wanted her to win it. I really wanted her to win it. But coming out number 2 in the world was a huge one. So being the best in Africa is an oversight at this point. It was always meant to be.
Okay. Now moving forward, we've seen that the Nigerian, it seems like our women, they keep making us proud, and it seems like once you win the AFCON, you are all over the place. You win a lot of awards, and it helps you to boost your potential for awards on the team side. But our team, apart from being rewarded by the president of the country himself, that's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they've been rewarded as the Women's Team of the Year at the 2025 Confederation of African Football Award ceremony. What does this say about them? I'm not even going to ask you if they deserve it, because obviously these players have proven themselves and these players deserve it.
Anybody that comes out to say they don't deserve it is not fit to be walking freely on the streets. The person is a threat to national safety and security and should be in a mental home. That's by the wayside. What does this mean? I personally see this as a challenge to the male team, to the Super Eagles. You see, the women's team are one team that we can beat our chests and will not develop heart attack or chest pain over, because they will deliver on whatever bet you have placed on them. Do you know what it means to have won the Women's African Cup of Nations 10 out of 13 times that it have been hosted? I mean, you have automatically turned the tournament to a backyard tournament. How can a tournament be hosted 13 times? You have won 10 out of the 13. My brother, there's no deliberation on them. According to the Bible, there is therefore now no. This is therefore the conclusion of the whole matter. The Super Falcons are the best female team in Africa. Come rain, come shine. It shows one that team has a lot of talent. That team has a lot of discipline. It has a lot of hard work. And I want to tell you something quickly. When you watch them play closely, you see people who play with passion. You see people who are ready and willing to represent the nation. As compared to the Super Eagles, where you are watching players and you are developing eye problems because you are seeing people who are playing like a coach came to beg them to come and play.
Some people even develop heart issues while watching them as well.
Do you understand? So I want to sincerely commend the Super Falcons. I sincerely want to use this medium to give them their kudos, give them their credit. I mean, like I said before, anybody that says they didn't deserve to win the best female football team of the year in Africa should be in the psychiatric hospital, should not be walking freely on the streets. So this is a challenge to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This is a challenge to the male team that, yes, indeed, it is more than talent. So it is more than talent. It is more than saying I know how to kick the ball. It is discipline. It is togetherness. It is preparedness. If you see the way they play, if you watch when they play at home, the women at home, you will see a team that are playing like they have never won the trophy. I don't need to take your mind back to how they defeated Morocco in the final. From 2 goals down. If it was Super Eagles, that match has ended. You see a team with determination. I'm not joking. You see a team with determination. You see a team with drive. You see a team that is ready and willing to give this their all. They have this mentality that I love.
Okay.
They play because they want to win.
Okay.
And that is what the Super Eagles team needs to know. They like Shop Alex Iwobi and his cohorts.
please, let's not call them Alex. Let's not call them cohorts. But thank you so much, Ero John. But please stay on the line. We are going to be moving to our next segment, and this segment is going to be called the Athlete of the Day. It's Thursday, and obviously we should expect an athlete of today. Today, our athlete of the day is none other than Rasheedat Ajibade, one of the brightest stars in African football and a true Nigerian football icon. Ajibade, fondly known as the girl with the blue hair, has grown from the streets of Lagos to become a global figure in women's football. She plays as a forward for the Nigerian national team, the Super Falcons, and has been one of the team's most consistent match winners over the last few years. Her journey is nothing short of remarkable. From starring at FC Robo Queens in Lagos, she moved to Europe, where she excelled in Norway with Avlandnes, becoming one of the league's standout players. Her talent then earned her a move to Atletico Madrid, one of the top clubs in women's football, where she continues to deliver goals, assists, and big game performance. For Nigeria, Ajibade has been a decisive force. She finished as top scorer at the 2022 WAFCON, helping the Super Falcons reach the semi-finals and earning a spot in the team of the tournament. Her leadership both on and off the ball played an important role in Nigeria's strong performances at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, where the Falcons made headlines with their fearless style of play. Beyond the goals and trophies, what makes Rasheedat Ajibade special is her mentality, fierce, competitive, disciplined, and driven. She is not just a footballer, she is a symbol of passion, resilience, and the new generation of Nigerian talents taking African football to the world. And that is why Rasheedat Ajibade is our athlete of the day. A superstar today, a legend in the making, and a true inspiration for every young athlete. Ero, she didn't win the women CAF Women Player of the Year, but at least she has become our athlete of the day. What do you think about this player?
Okay. Rasheedat Ajibade deserves my salute. You see, one thing I love so much about her is her mentality. I remember vividly after they won this last women's AFCON, she was They interviewed Unadozie in one of the dinner that was hosted for them, I think by Glo, and they asked her, what is the driving force of this team? Do you know what the goalkeeper said? She made a reference. She said, in that finals, when we were losing 2-0 to Morocco, they said at halftime, when we were in the dressing room, they said Rashidat went to every single player one after the other and said just one word. This match, I don't know how, but we are winning. This match, I don't know how, but we are winning. That's what she told the other 10 players on the field. Now, Rashidat, one thing I so much respect Rashidat Ajibade for is her ability to carry the team. She has, you mentioned when you were reading about her, she has the leadership charisma. I so much respect players like that. You don't need to do too much. She's beautiful on the ball, but she's even more beautiful off the ball. I don't want to talk about her playing abilities because it is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. The world knows about that. I want to talk about what people really do not see or know about her. I so much respect her mentality as a footballer. Rashidat is so positive about everything. You see, whenever she scores, when she achieves, whenever the team is winning, when the team is not winning, she has this ability to pull them together. She has this ability to encourage everybody. Even while she is down, you will not know, because that is a leader. That is what we need in teams. We need somebody who has the ability to carry everybody. Rashidat is a gem, and like you have rightly called her, she is a legend in the making. I sincerely pray that she continues this path. I sincerely pray that she keeps us this form and momentum. And then winning the CAF Player of the Year, by the grace of God, will not be so much of a difficult thing for her to do.
Okay, so those are our hopes for Rashidat Ajibade. And please, Rashidat, if you are listening to us, keep it up. Errol, thank you for breaking these awards down with clarity and nuance. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
It's always a pleasure. Tonight and last night's CAF Awards were more than just a celebration of individual talent. They stirred debate, sparked pride, and reminded us of just how big and competitive African football has become. To everyone watching, what do you think was the biggest takeaway? Hakimi's rise, Nigeria's goalie dominance, or the wave of Moroccan talent? Hit us up on our social media handles at our YouTube at Politics and Business TV.English, Facebook at Politics and Business TV English, Instagram at PNBTV_English, and X, formerly Twitter, at PNBTV_ENG. We'll bring the best reactions on tomorrow's show. I'm Arakotom. Thank you for joining PNB Sports Show, and stay tuned for more insights, debate, and African football stories that matter. Bye-bye.